Marc, you're a Winthrop professor at UWA and you're in the medical sciences, used to teaching things face to face, and that's the way students are used to receiving the information for the most part. From Monday, all courses at UWA and other universities go online. What does that look like?
What it looks like is that we have material and videos, and all the lectures will come on a computer screen. But not only that, we'll have times when students can interact with us. In fact, I've done one this morning. So the content or the material is not going to change. It's just that instead of sitting in a room together, which obviously at the moment is not what we can do, we will be doing it by video link to our students. There will be also all sorts of online laboratory simulations and things going on. But this is what all universities are doing at the moment to try and protect students and everyone from what's coming. So what's happening about looking after them when they're here?
So mental health is really, really important, and we're hearing this from a dispersed workforce all around Australia, all around the world. It can be hard to get up in the morning. People are saying, I'm still in my pyjamas at 10 o'clock. How do I actually make this working from home thing work? And that can be bad for your mental health after a while, and we're acutely aware of that in our age group, the 18 to 22s for the most part. So really trying to establish routine, encouraging students to get up, go about their day. You can interact still in small groups. So in college it's important, because we're a family, that we think about good hygiene, about the physical distances, but having things like study halls where you can come together in the larger common areas and get on with your studies. There's no reason to slow down the degree, there's no reason to worry about your career not starting when you thought it would. So get out, keep involved. And I think one of the questions we get asked about from students, and I can hear it in the world when we're talking about academia, is why does everything keep changing? Why does the information we're getting keep changing? For me, the answer is fantastic. Here we are at a university. This is about evidence-based decision making, and the data is changing. We're accumulating it, we're analysing it. We're not responding because of public opinion or political expediency. We've got the best, very best minds in the world getting this data, and we are responding to it. So it should keep changing.
This is a process of making decisions, adapting to the new knowledge as it comes along. So please don't be surprised if things keep evolving and changing. That's because we are collecting information and understanding it better as we go along in this process. And the question I am regularly asked is, there's only 30 people with this condition in Perth. Why are we suddenly on this sort of movement of making change? And that's because this is a condition that, like most infectious conditions, follows an exponential curve. So although there's only 30 cases now, what we're doing is we're preparing for the situation as those case numbers rise.
But Marc, look, I'm 18. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm
wish.
20, I'm young, I'm fit, I'm healthy. What am I worried about? Am I going to get sick? I mean, sometimes I do. Am I going to die? Am I going to die, Marc?
Do you know the answer to that? The answer is, and let's be quite clear, young, fit people are not the high-risk group for this. The data shows us that elders, our seniors, and people with pre-existing medical conditions, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, respiratory disease, they're at higher risk. So young people are not the primary risk candidate, but what they are the optimum spreaders. Now, bless all young people, but they're good at chatting to people and moving around and distributing the condition. So what we're trying to do now, I know you are going to all be healthy and well, fingers crossed, no change to data, but we want you to help keep our elders safe.
So don't kill grandma.
Don't kill grandma. And I think that comes back to the question I would have if I was living in college. Do I stay in college or do I go home?
We're doing everything we possibly can to make this as safe as we possibly can. So that's practicing really good hygiene, keeping the place as clean as we possibly can, keeping that distance, but really helping to motivate, keep spirits up, get on with our degrees, look out into the community. But then it's really about, this is a peer group that is relatively safe, so keep each other well, practice those things, get on with things, get involved in helping the rest of the community at a safe distance in a way.
Yeah.
And I think community becomes really at the heart of all of this. We are living in an amazing community, bright, highly motivated young people. So what can we be doing? And I think it's that we need to ask ourselves. So let's get on with the smarts, let's get on with the degree, let's get on with making a difference. Let's get in touch with organisations and say, how could we remotely help? Could we ring a senior and make sure they're okay in the morning? Could we walk a dog following good hygiene practices, or rake leaves, or drop off a load of shopping? That's when we rise to be the best that we possibly can.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the doing of things can really help.
Yeah. And if I had a chance to chat to your 400 residents, my first thing I would say if they asked me what to do is go back to your room, sit down and work out who your community is. Get a pen out, make a list, and keep in contact with those people. Keep them safe and happy at the same time. That's what I would say.